Welcome. Today we are going to test our English communication level. We will recap the movie Acrimony in 4 different English levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. The story will remain the same, but the way it is told will change. Listen carefully and choose which level matches your English. Let's begin. Level 1, beginner. Melinda and Robert are in love. They meet in school and they start dating. Robert is nice and he is smart. He tells Melinda that he has a good idea for a business. Melinda believes him. She thinks, he will make money and we will be happy. Robert says he will start a company that sells medical devices. He asks Melinda for money. Melinda gives him her savings. She wants to help him. He thinks this is love. The business starts. At first it does not work. Robert is sad and stressed. He tries hard, but the money is not coming. Melinda is worried, but she still supports him. He keeps giving him money. She says, I trust you. You will do it. After some time, Robert meets a new woman. Her name is Diana. Diana is beautiful and she is calm. Robert likes her. He starts spending time with her. Melinda sees this, but she does not know what to do. He is scared. Robert becomes distant. He does not talk to Melinda like before. Melinda asks him, Are you okay? Robert says, I am fine. But he is not fine. He is hiding things. One day Robert tells Melinda that he is leaving her. He says he wants to be with Diana. Melinda is shocked. She feels pain. She feels like she is broken. She cries and says, Please don't go. But Robert leaves anyway. Melinda is angry. She feels betrayed. She thinks, I gave him everything. He feels like he used her. She becomes bitter and she wants revenge. She starts to plan. She wants to hurt Robert. She wants him to pay for what he did. Melinda uses her money to make Robert suffer. She does many things to ruin his life. But her anger makes her lose control. She becomes trapped in her anger. She loses her money and her peace. In the end, Melinda loses everything. She loses her happiness. She loses her future. She becomes alone. The movie ends with her being sad and empty. This is how beginner English sounds. If you were telling this story, would you speak like this? Do you understand this level more than the others?
Level 2, intermediate. Melinda and Robert are in a relationship. They start off happy and hopeful. Robert tells Melinda that he has a business plan. He says he wants to build a company that will change their life. Melinda believes him, and she supports him financially. Robert starts a business selling medical devices. At first, the business does not do well. Robert struggles to sell the product. He becomes stressed and frustrated. Melinda feels worried, but she continues to support him. She keeps giving him money because she thinks he will succeed. As time goes by, Robert becomes distant. He does not spend much time with Melinda. He seems tired and unhappy. Melinda tries to talk to him, but he avoids the conversation. She feels like something is wrong, but she is not sure what it is. Then Robert meets Diana. Diana is confident and calm. Robert starts to like her. He begins spending time with her and not with Melinda. Melinda notices this change and she feels scared. She thinks, Is he leaving me? Robert finally tells Melinda that he is leaving her. He says he wants to be with Diana. Melinda is shocked and hurt. She cannot believe that Robert is leaving after everything she did for him. Melinda becomes angry and bitter. She feels betrayed. She thinks, I supported him. I gave him money. He should not leave me. She starts to plan revenge. She wants to make Robert suffer. Melinda's anger grows. She uses her money to harm Robert. She does many things that hurt him, but her actions do not bring her peace. Instead, they make her feel worse. She loses her money and her emotional stability. In the end, Melinda ends up alone. She loses everything because she let her anger control her. The story shows that when you do not control your emotions, you can destroy your own life. This is how intermediate English sounds. Do you feel like you speak like this level? Which parts were easy to understand and which parts were difficult?
Level 3, Advanced. Acrimony tells the story of Melinda, a woman who invests her entire life in a relationship that she believes will bring her happiness. She meets Robert, a man with ambition and dreams, and she falls in love with his vision. Robert claims to have a promising business idea, and Melinda, trusting him completely, decides to support him financially. Robert's business begins with hope but quickly encounters challenges. The product does not sell as expected, and Robert's confidence starts to crumble. He becomes stressed and overwhelmed, and the pressure begins to affect his relationship with Melinda. Despite the struggles, Melinda continues to stand by him. She believes that her support will eventually lead to success. However, as the business falters, Robert grows distant. He stops communicating with Melinda the way he used to. His behavior becomes cold, and Melinda senses that something is wrong. She tries to address the issue, but Robert avoids the conversation. He does not want to talk about the problems, and this makes Melinda feel insecure. Then Robert meets Diana. Diana is calm, composed, and successful. Robert is drawn to her, and he begins to spend more time with her. He becomes emotionally attached to Diana and begins to pull away from Melinda. Melinda notices the change, and she becomes increasingly worried. Eventually, Robert tells Melinda that he is leaving her for Diana. He does not show any remorse. He tells her that he wants a new life. Melinda is devastated. She feels betrayed, especially because she had sacrificed her savings to support him. She feels that her love and loyalty were wasted. Melinda's pain turns into anger. She becomes obsessed with revenge. She begins to use her resources to destroy Robert's life. She is determined to make him feel the same pain she feels. But her actions only deepen her suffering. She becomes trapped in a cycle of bitterness and resentment. In the end, Melinda loses everything. She loses her money, her peace, and her future. She becomes isolated and broken. The story serves as a warning that when you let emotions control you, you can ruin your life. This is how advanced English sounds. Do you speak English at this advanced level? Which words or sentences did you find difficult?
Level 4 Expert. Acrimony is a compelling story about love, betrayal, and the destructive power of unresolved resentment. Melinda, a woman with a strong belief in loyalty and commitment, falls in love with Robert, a man who seems to embody ambition and potential. Robert presents a business idea that promises financial freedom and stability, and Melinda, fully trusting him, invests her savings into his dream. At first, the venture struggles. Sales are slow, and Robert's confidence begins to falter. The pressure takes a toll on him, and he starts to withdraw from Melinda emotionally. The communication between them becomes strained, and Melinda senses that something is off. She attempts to address the issues, but Robert avoids the conversation, leaving her feeling uncertain and anxious. Then Robert meets Diana, a woman who appears calm, successful, and emotionally mature. Robert is attracted to her and begins to spend more time with her. The shift in his attention is clear, and Melinda realizes that her relationship is at risk. She confronts him, but Robert is already distant. He eventually tells her that he is leaving, and he does not express any remorse or guilt. He wants a fresh start, and he chooses Diana. Melinda's sense of betrayal is overwhelming. She feels that her loyalty has been exploited, and that her sacrifices were meaningless. The pain transforms into rage, and she becomes consumed by thoughts of revenge. She uses her resources and intelligence to sabotage Robert's life, hoping that his downfall will bring her peace. However, her pursuit of vengeance only deepens her suffering. She becomes trapped in a cycle of bitterness and anger, unable to move forward. Her actions alienate her from everyone around her, and she gradually loses everything she once valued. By the end of the story, Melinda is left alone, having destroyed her own future. The movie illustrates that unresolved emotions, especially anger and resentment, can destroy a person. It also shows that communication and emotional maturity are essential for healthy relationships. This is how expert English sounds. Can you tell the story like this expert level? Which level is your English communication now?
Comment your level below. Beginner, intermediate, advanced, or expert. Follow for more English communication tests.